About a week ago, I attended a hackathon at MIT. The name of it was the Longevity, AI, and Cognitive Research Hackathon at Cambridge. Um, it was hosted by Ecolopto, and it was basically not a traditional like programmer hackathon. It was a hackathon that accepted pretty much anyone of any field, with the idea being that you you basically explore some kind of topic, whether it's in biology, in physics, in computer science, or whatnot, and you come up with some kind of paper as to like some new ideas. You explore those ideas. You can create demos. You can solve some equations and show some kind of results. At the end of the day, it was very like open, kind of sandboxy kind of hackathon. It wasn't that like hardcore. The contestants there were all some form of pretty much all of them were students. I don't think I really saw a lot of them from MIT. I think a lot of them were from neighboring universities. Some of them had flown in, like me. And they were from different fields, although it seems like all of them were some kind of STEM, although a few medical students as well. The schedule was that it was supposed to start at on Friday at 2:30. Unfortunately, because I missed my flight, I ended up arriving too late on Friday to actually go there, so I ended up starting on Saturday. So I was basically a day late. Alright, so I'm here at the airport because my flight I missed my flight, which was supposed to be at 5:15 a.m. Mistakenly took it for 5 p.m. So booked another one, and I'll be arriving there pretty late right now. Probably around, or this is morning tomorrow, when I was supposed to be there by around 9 p.m. today. So my original idea, what I was going to do is, given that my background is in computer science, and the hackathon's theme is longevity and aging, I thought about building some kind of blockchain or decentralized application, since those can store things pretty much indefinitely as long as there's enough nodes running. So I had come up with a couple of blockchain decentralized projects. Like, I was going to make one little tool that helps you deploy different kinds of web apps to the blockchain, and also build some kind of decentralized web server. But then some of the mentors at the hackathon mentioned to me that it needs to be more experimental, more novel, since this is a like research hackathon, not necessarily a like programming development hackathon. So what we ended up coming up with was exploring the genealogy of code, and that meaning like we take different projects from GitHub or some other kind of repository. We extract the abstract syntax tree of the code, and then we compare them. So let's say we have one function in a Python file on GitHub. We can compare that to all kinds of different Python functions out there and see maybe what's inspired by what. We can see like what's more similar, what clearly kind of descended from what. Really, the possibilities were endless. Since we have graphs, we can work with them and do whatever. After a few hours, I was able to get a code parser working, which extracted the ASTs. And later on got the graphs visualized and filtered for things like comments. Once I had that, I was able to use the graph edit distance to compare them, and this allowed me to get like a number showing which pieces of code were most similar. I applied that to several different files and showed my results. Now, unfortunately, I really did run out of time. I think I probably could have and should have done more, because like, as you can see from the original concept, it had definitely been diluted down. Okay, so it's about midnight right now, and it looks like I've just finally been able to compute the distance between two graphs using the timeout. as a way to prevent it from going for way too long. When I compare two files that are very similar, it gives me a very low distance, and when it's files that are the more different the files, the higher the distance goes. So hopefully that should be usable for a Git history. Some of the other projects were fairly interesting. There were some projects involving like the thermodynamics of aging, some involving like the application of equations in general relativity to the concept of aging. Some of them were involved in artificial intelligence. Of course, I think there was a couple of projects on large language models. There was also even one project involving using fractals to generate music, or I think actually edit existing music using fractals. There was a lot of different interesting speakers, like David Sinclair, Stefan Wolfram, Manolis Kellis, Nick Norowitz. Outside of the hackathon, I had one day left there to basically explore the area and do whatever. I checked out the Harvard campus and toured that area, which was really cool, although unfortunately, because of my work hours, I was working like remotely. I wasn't able to do it during the daytime when they have their actual tours, so I had to do it after that on my own, which, I mean, you're not allowed into any of the buildings, but you are able to like go around in the courtyard and see the area. There are several different categories of prizes and like winning. There was best longevity innovation, best theoretical contribution, breakthrough in unconventional computing, breakthrough in cognition, highest potential societal impact, most innovative approach, best interdisciplinary collaboration, outstanding technical implementation, and rising star. Mine ended up getting the outstanding technical implementation, although to be honest, I think that there was some projects that were probably more worthy of it, given that mine was essentially just a Python notebook that like shoestrings together a few different libraries, like one for extracting graphs, and one for working with them, and then one for visualizing them. Would I recommend going to such a hackathon to all of you guys? I would say it was a very interesting and cool experience. It was very cool to be in that area. It's such a well-known academic sort of community. It was very interesting to see all those speakers, some of the like top researchers in longevity and aging. The people there were really incredible. I met a lot of like polymaths, a lot of like technical wizards, a lot of computer science experts. The people there were very truly outstanding. Now, if you want to go there for the experience, just for the, I don't know, competitive experience, for the seeing the area, for meeting people, I think that it's definitely worth it in that regard. If you're going there in order to, like, let's say, network or find a job, then the thing is, you're very unlikely to see those, especially if you're flying in there or to any similar hackathon, you're unlikely to see those people again. And also, there were no, like, recruiters there or people looking to hire anybody. So for that, I wouldn't recommend going to, like, a research-focused hackathon. It's really just an experience. It's a cool experience. It's a way to sort of get exposed to new ideas and new people, essentially broaden one's horizons. I think it was a great experience, and I would recommend it.